What's up, everybody? Today begins the fun adventure of replacing the motor mount on my 03 old police bike here, Miss Nagini. But first, we gotta go get the motor mount. So, Smoky Mountain Harley Davidson, here we go. Alright, so let's check out this little part here that we just picked up inside. Got a 500 motor mount. Pull it all over there. That's the bottom, that's the top. That's the new updated version compared to what's on my bike, still the original. It's got 42,000 miles on it, so put that back in the bag. It's kind of difficult holding the camera. Let's put it back in the box here. There we go. And back in this bag too. Can we do it? Yes, we can. All right. Now I'm gonna set you all right there for just a minute. See how well my cord does. Look at that place. Very nice up there. Alright, now. So, now we've seen that. Let's go back to the house. Shall we? So, we're out here with parts now. As you can tell, that's front setup. And now, I gotta take this bolt, and right over here, there's another one under this wire here. You see it? Yep, there it is. I gotta take those two bolts, take this rectifier off, and then I can get right down under here. This motor mount. Alright, so let's continue short. Alright, now that all these bolts here are out, I got the rectifier off, and I got all three on the mounting bolts out. Now I need to get a jack and raise the motor up. I'm hoping I don't have to mess with this plate. So let's get to that. Alright, so if any of you are wondering, I did have to get just a tad creative here. And as you can see, I got my big motorcycle jack out, raised the whole back up. I got the spare tire jack out of the car, but it's a little odd. And then in order to get creative here, let's get this to fold up. Yes, that is a wire brush. But the wood of that wire brush, it was keeping from metal on metal with the engine itself. Because last thing you want to do, poke a hole in a freaking crankcase while you're just trying to change a mount. So, as I continue, and I'll be back in just a moment whenever we go to pull that out. Alright, so I just pulled it loose. I did end up having to loosen these bolts here. I had to loosen that one and that one. But, where's the culprit? And let's go. He's got 40,000 miles on it. So, I don't know. But, let's get to putting on the new. Alright, now, if you notice here, it's all very loose. It's still raised up. All these bolts are very loose. That's why they say to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and lower this one here down. Nope, wrong way. Just sit back down, right on there like it's supposed to. Oh, look at that crinkling. Alright. Yeah, there's all that over there. Motor's actually sitting on the mount. So, let me snug these a little bit. Let's see if we can turn the wheel here. Let me get a few while I snug this a little bit here. Alright, now that I ran it for a minute, let's unplug this back. Yeah, I mean, I probably could have started it without this hooked up, but I just didn't want to do that. Okay. Sorry about that now. Alright, so, seeing a pretty set of well out there. Now, a lot of people say up and down that you got to actually run it too before you tighten it down. But, I mean, it's to me, now don't get me wrong, I might be doing it wrong, but this thing's settled good, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and snug her down. Now, if I'm paying for it later, I'll definitely let you all know, because it's very possible. Come on, get on there. There you go. Cooperate with me here, ratchet. Afraid I throw a little bit of real time in here too. Still 100% time lapse for today. Alright, let's lock this one down now. I know there's torque specs for this thing, but this is an old police bike that I've rebuilt slowly in pieces. I don't have the torque specs right off, but I don't claim to know it all. I claim to be an idiot and don't do what I do. But, you know, to each their own. Alright, let's put this bolt nut on here. Now, in about a week, well, maybe 2 weeks, because it's supposed to rain real bad here soon, and I probably won't ride at all next week, because they're calling for rain every single day next week. So in a couple weeks, what I'm gonna do is come back and check this. Okay, I'm gonna come back in to all these nuts and bolts here. I'm gonna take them off and I'm gonna snug it all back down again, but this time I'll do it with Loctite, just to make sure. And yeah, it's tight, but it may still try to settle. It may still try to move just a little bit. I want to make sure that's all out of its system before I fully Loctite it all down, if that makes any sense to you. Let's get on that. I'm on that side. I beat my finger to crap, y'all. Of course, working out here in the sunlight. No shade, no garage. Just, you know, in my own friggin' driveway here. Definitely adds a little bit to it, you know. Oh well. Turn. Let's plug this up. Look at that. All right. And one motor mount replaced. How about that? Whew. I'm a little tired now. It's hot. I feel like I'm melting. Look at this sky. Beautiful sky. All my buddies went riding today. I went laying on the ground to work on Nagini here. And part of what prompted this whole motor mount change in the first place, technically it's an engine mount, but motor mount, you know, it's the front one right here. What prompted the whole thing in the first place is the exhaust bracket, which is step 2. Which may not come out now, may end up being a new video. But let me show you the reasoning for all of this. So when I went and put this S&S true dual exhaust on here, I'll show you some pictures of the old exhaust. If I have that, I'll post the old exhaust now, because it was quite janky, especially right here. What it is when I bought the motorcycle, this piece, the downpipe, now stock, this 03 came out both sides here. If you notice, it no longer goes out that side over there at the starter. It no longer has that mount for the exhaust on the starter. So I put this S&S True Dual setup on it. It's a 2 and a 2. Yes, I know, not as much power as I could get. That's all right. But so it snapped this bracket. And this bracket right here also snapped in half. So that told me a little too much vibration. So I went ahead and paid $87 plus tax for that new motor mount, so we can get rid of this one, so that hopefully that's got her fixed. But you never know. Dirty job. And then also, to go on the project of this bike, which I have named Nagini, mind you, I eventually will paint it properly. It is rattle can paint job, every bit of it. That is rattle can. The clear coat took 3 days to dry. And if you notice, I should be posting a picture now what this bike looked like when I first got it. There were several pictures. I mean, it was white, it was birch white, stock Harley Davidson birch white police motorcycle. I mean, as you can see here, horn, siren, yeah, siren. And on this side, you got pursuit mode, auxiliary on and off. You know, she's no police bike. But 100th anniversary edition, it's a 2003. But yet, that's an Enforcer front wheel off of 2018. It's a 19-inch. That's also the fender off of 2018. I do have to clean these forks up. These bags are the new Rushmore style, also off of a 2018. And the trunk, yes, it's the cheap Amazon one, but you know, it's not too bad. I do have some issues with it, namely the way this fits here. I don't know if you can see it or not. And that light does not fully work the way it's supposed to. I've only got markers. No matter how you wire it up, I only got markers. I gotta clean these forks up. I've got blackout forks that I've been thinking about doing and just changing over. I got the black cowbells, black forks. Still got to get one of those. But this bike eventually will be a green color, a very two-tone green and black. That's my overall design of it. But we're talking a couple years down the road when I get to that point. Right now I'm just glad she matches ish. But for now I'm probably going to clean these up another day. So next week when we tune in, we'll probably be cleaning on these forks. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. And you know, it's not that hard to wrench on the bikes yourself.